G'day and welcome to the Box Seat. I'm Pete Anthonys. It's good to be here to preview 8 races from Belmont Park this Saturday. A quick look at the forecast. We're going to get a bit of rain over the next couple of days, so I'm expecting the track will be a soft 7. Showers are easing on Saturday and 17 degrees, and the rail is in a 7-metre position. Race 1 at Belmont jumps at 12:43. It's the Go Racing for free before the footy plate over 1,300 metres, and we'll have a look at that first start of Cryptic Wonder.
The top of the home straight, and then Phantom Star hooking to the outside. At the 300 though, and over on the outside, away we go. Quickly goes up, draws level with That's Funny As It Now. Here comes Cryptic Wonder and No Apology. Cryptic Wonder ranges up down past the 100-metre mark, and Cryptic Wonder reaches the lead from No Apology, who's sticking on, but Cryptic Wonder's going to be guided over the line by Pike and wins on debut.
Cryptic Wonder followed off that good trial leading into its first start and was pretty dominant going towards the line. It was keeping the rest of the field just at bay. It did a little bit wrong as well, so I think the horse will just keep improving with running, but it does look the horse to beat in this first race. Second pick is the one Kelvin, who's been a very consistent 2-year-old so far this season, and it's coming off a month's break between running second to Montelena, and that form does look pretty good going into this event once again. It's just drawn a bit sticky out there in gate 8. Third pick is the 2, which is No Apology. It's done quite well so far on soft ground and should put itself into the race once more. We saw it settle that little bit extra forward there last start, and I'm expecting the same thing again here today or on Saturday. And then fourth pick is the 7 Rocky Path, who does have an established turn of foot late in its races. Looking forward to seeing it flashing home down the outside here. On top in race 1 is the 3 Cryptic Wonder from 1 Kelvin, 2 No Apology and 7 Rocky Path. Race 2 at Belmont jumps at 1:23. It's a Tab Touch Betty or Bet handicap over 1,200 metres, and we'll have a look at the most recent performance of Battlestorm last seen at Belmont.
Then by Battlestorm, further back Pretentious Chant. They come to the 300-metre mark, and Saracino nursed in front, led by a length and a half. On Beat the Devil, now Battlestorm, and down the outside Pretentious Chant put their runs in. They've got to Saracino. Battlestorm went straight past him. Pretentious Chant runs to second. Now Pike draws the whip on Battlestorm. He's going to be much too good, the long odds-on favourite.
Despite the fact there was only 4 horses in that field in that most recent race of Battlestorm, they still went at quite a reasonable pace up front. But Battlestorm does seem reasonably bomb-proof so far in its career. It's obviously unbeaten. It seems to handle all speeds up front. It's got a great turn of foot as well. And from what we've seen so far in its last 200, it should just relish that little bit of extra distance going up to 1,200 metres. So it goes on top from the 2, which is Abdicator. It's a proven wet track specialist. It does seem to do its best work over perhaps a little bit further, but I'm expecting okay speed in the race, and with the wet conditions in its favour, it can run a bit of a race first up. Third pick is the 7, which is Beat the Devil. I think it's much better suited over 1,200 than over the 1,000, and it wasn't disgraced there in that small field behind Battlestorm. And fourth pick is the one Belter, who's been scratched previously. It's coming into this race. Again, it's probably not the most favourable conditions if it's particularly wet, but the recent trial was particularly good, and it should be able to put itself into the race being on speed. On top in race 2 is 4 Battlestorm from 2 Abdicator, 7 Beat the Devil and 1 Belter. Race 3 at Belmont jumps at 2:03. It's the Glenroy Chaff handicap over 1,000 metres, and we'll have a look at that first up performance of Night Voyage.
Bound 370 to go, and now he makes his move with Black Sabbath. He opens him up and gives him full throttle. How to Fly chimes in down the outside. Black Sabbath with a kick. Now into the clear Night Voyage and getting right up on the inside. Don't Fuss. Jing Tang, Flower of Scotland coming through. Night Voyage grabbed the lead with about 75 to go from Don't Fuss. And here's Danny George. Danny George cutting them down, lunging. They hit it.
Wasn't necessarily the most suitable run in transit for Night Voyage. It jumped well, held the fence, landed in the box seat as the field compacted, and it seemed to just loom and was nailed on the line by Danny George, who had a lot of momentum down the outside. It was a bit of a messy race up front, so prepared to give Night Voyage another go, but with Willie Pike on board and obviously a much more suitable gate, it does all of a sudden come strongly into calculations. It looks like a target race for mine. Second pick is the 7 Danny George. It's hard to knock this horse's form so far this preparation. Unbeaten. The only query for me in this race is gate 1. It doesn't necessarily begin the cleanest from the barriers, and if it gets stuck 3 back to fence, it will need a bit of luck and running to get home once more. Third pick is the 3 Don't Fuss. Its last 9 starts now have all been reasonably high rating events, and look, it probably just has to reproduce those to be fighting out the finish once more. And again, it wasn't suited last start. It slipped on jumping and got a bit too far back in that field. Fourth pick is the 4 Pretentious Chant, who is a barrier road by nature, will be out last probably, and then finishing strong from the tail. On top in race 3 is the 2 Night Voyage from 7 Danny George, 3 Don't Fuss and 4 Pretentious Chant. Race 4 at Belmont jumps at 2:39. It's the listed Belmont Classic over 2,200 metres, and we'll have a look at the most recent victory of Mystery Miss in the Belmont Oaks.
Got out around the back of Cockatiel. He's now to the outside on the raging favourite, and the Daughter of Animal Kingdom starting to gobble them up at the 250. Ping Me Another about to be joined by Mystery Miss. Further back, Forgotten Star making ground from Cockatiel. Mystery Miss hits the lead though with 150 to go. She's clear for Pike, draws the whip on her. All interest in the minor placings, and another feature win in the Cerise and White. Mystery Miss captures the Belmont.
It does look impossible to go past Mystery Miss in this event. She stalked the speed there in a midfield position, went through her gears and was just dominant late, but it is difficult seeing any galloper trying to turn the tables on her in this event. Seems to map perfectly again from gate 3 and really should just be the dominant victor here. Second pick is the 3, which is Rivalry Galore. It's the other horse that's coming out of the opposite race in the Aquanita, but it does look like it will appreciate that little bit further in distance. The horse is still just learning, but if you can put it together, I'm confident it can run in the top couple of gallopers here. Third pick is a 6 Delta Bell. It seems to be a horse that's just improving with galloping. Might be coming a little bit too soon, jumping up to 2,200, but it is racing well and seemed to really improve their last start. Has that different form line coming into this event as well. Fourth pick is the 2 Son of Bacchus, who again is another horse who should be able to just control this tempo up front, whether or not he'll go too slow. And I think that was the query there last start and actually made his victory a little bit more impressive than it looked. That's probably the only concern for me. On top in race 4 is 4 Mystery Miss from 3 Rivalry Galore, 6 Delta Bell and 2 Son of Bacchus.